guys, how are you guys doing today? So in this video, it's going to be another ASMR video. Obviously, that kind of goes without saying. And I'm going to be showing you guys my sunglasses collection. And I feel like to begin this video, I probably should say, and I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to it, I have had a lot of sunglasses throughout my life. A lot that are like no longer in my life right now. It sounds very dramatic, but you know what I mean. Recently, I lost my one and only nice pair of sunglasses. I had bought these Dior aviators, and I really liked them, and I wore them all the time. I pretty much wore them 90% of the time, and I like nice things. Like, I really, something that, material things don't define you necessarily, but I really like to have nice things in my life, and I don't have as many of those designer things as I would like. I definitely have a few pieces, but I'm kind of still building that designer collection, and so it really, I don't know, I almost feel like I'm confessing something, but when I lost my Dior sunglasses, I was so upset, honestly, that anyway, that's way too dramatic, but I just felt like those sunglasses deserved an honorable mention, because I really like them, but I lost them, and prior to that, I had been so good with not losing sunglasses, not breaking sunglasses. That was kind of one of the reasons why I was like, okay, Sam, I think it's time for you to go ahead and just pick up a nicer pair of sunglasses. And and I bought them from an outlet, but still, it was, that was my one nice designer pair of sunglasses and that I had currently owned. I'm like, really, why couldn't you lose something cheap? But anyway, so with no further ado, hopefully that story wasn't too boring or anything like that. Cool story, bro, right? I'm just gonna get into my current sunglasses collection, and pretty much all of these are, the majority of these are from H&M, actually all of them except for maybe 2 or 3 pairs are from H&M. So I'm just gonna get started with and I just picked up I just bought 4 new pairs of sunglasses, and they're all the most expensive one was $10, $9.99 from H&M. So these are all, definitely very affordable. And honestly, even though I lost my Dior aviators that I had that I really loved, I really like these sunglasses a lot, and even though they aren't designer, I really like the aesthetic of them. And well, anyway, these are my here, I'll just kind of show you. Sorry, it's do I have a paper towel or napkin or something? I always have a million paper towels laying around. Not really, that sounds kind of, I'm slightly more organized than that. Not that much. Well, actually, no, I'm not that organized. I try to be organized, but I'm getting better. I like to be organized, but sometimes I get disappointed with myself. And I've been wearing this hat a lot. My sister just bought it from just a plain black hat, and it's so plain, but I kind of like it. Actually, anyway, these kind of remind me of the big black Acne sunglasses, and I don't like knockoffs. I hate fakes. I think it's just horrible. But I mean, I feel like they're from H&M, so that's a reputable company. I don't feel like they would make an outright fake. Anyway, that's just the way I see it. But I really like these because I have been seeing glasses, this type of style, on Instagram a lot, and just kind of throughout, it's very celebrity to me. It makes me I feel like it's funny because I can see my camera filming. Hopefully my table's kind of a mess in the background, so I apologize if you can see that in the reflection. But yeah, see, it says H&M is $9.99 or whatever, and I just really like these. I've been wearing these almost all the time, and did a video just recently. It was like another hair cutting video. I do a lot of haircut video role plays because I am a licensed hairstylist, and so I do a lot of that on my ASMR channel. And so on one of my last haircut tutorial videos, actually I had, maybe I'm like obsessed with this particular combination. And I just feel like a celebrity whenever I have this hat on like this, because it's just very like, you know what I mean, like you're trying to dodge the paparazzi. So I kind of played on that image in one of my last ASMR videos. And then this pair, I was really excited about these when I first bought these, and I still am looking forward to wearing them, but I definitely am loving these a lot. Those are probably my favorite. This is from here. Do this hat backwards. I don't know, I feel like I've been wearing a hat in all my videos. I'm like, I shouldn't wear a hat. Okay, so the reason why I like these is because they're very reflective. Obviously, these are also from H&M. They kind of have like a coated rubber, if you will. And yeah, you can see through them this way, but you can still see through them. Like, I'd like for people not to be able to see my eyes when I wear them. I feel like such a creep when I say that. I don't mean that in like a creep kind of way, or anything like that, but I love mirrored sunglasses. And you know, obviously it's, you know, I'm sure it's not like the best high quality mirror or whatever, but they still are very reflective, and they definitely have that mirrored you know, image to them. So I do like them. Anyway, and I just got these two pairs on Friday, and then I have a couple other pairs from H&M, but I'm gonna show you guys these sunglasses right now, and I actually have a slight story behind these. Okay, so I like these a lot too. I'll tell you the story, and then I'll tell you why I like these. So this guy at my work, you know, we were just like walking out the door or whatever. We happened to walk out at the same time, and we kind of got hired around the same time. So like, it kind of, you know, like we kind of have a rapport or whatever. Like, we know each other. Hey, how you doing? Like that kind of thing. And anyways, you know, we're just like talking about this, that, and the other. Nothing, just like small talk. As I'm walking in my car, he's walking to his car, and I noticed his sunglasses, and I'm like, those are really cool sunglasses. Like, I really like your sunglasses. And then I told him my big sob story, how I just lost my Dior aviators. I sound like such, I hate saying that because I feel like I sound like such a crybaby. I'm really not. I'm actually very like, anyway, probably like disproving my point. But he's like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but guess what about these? And I'm like, what? He's like, I got these from Walmart for $4. I'm like, really? Walmart for $4? And there's nothing wrong with Walmart. I mean, I shop at Walmart. I just bought strawberries from Walmart just recently, actually, tonight, before I film this video. Not right before I film this video, but anyway, but I'm like, Walmart? Really? Because they look so cool on him. Like, they just looked really cool and really designer, and I just love the aesthetic. And well, they look like this, obviously, because this is the same pair. And he's like, yeah, Walmart, $4. He's like, I know, isn't that crazy? And I'm like, that's crazy. And he's like, I know. And he's like, my friend like wants to borrow them and wear them to the club and stuff like that. So it's like, I feel like such not a good storyteller right now. I do apologize, but no, he's like, you know, yeah, my friend wants to borrow them and like wear them in the club. So they're really like cool. I feel like so like dorky saying that, but I just love these sunglasses, honestly. I'm like, really? Walmart. I knew Walmart sold sunglasses, but I never really looked at their sunglasses selection. And even if I was looking there and saw these, I don't know if they would have stood out to me, but seeing them on him, you know, like just because they're from Walmart, I don't know, maybe I'm like snobby or something like that. I mean, I shop at Walmart, so I'm not against Walmart. I don't want to like trigger anyone to be offended. Like, everyone's offended nowadays. It's so annoying. But you know what I mean? Like, sorry, I'm trying to show you without the background or whatever. And then I just happened to be at Walmart later on that night, and I'm like, you know what? Let me just see if they have those sunglasses there. And sure enough, they had them, and they were actually $2.50. But how cool is that? They kind of have like an ombre. I gotta be careful about doing tapping on sunglasses because I don't want to tap on the lenses, and scratch it or anything like that. And this particular pair is kind of like a brown color, as you can see. And also, when I was at Walmart, I saw the same exact pair in black, so I picked those up as well. I mean, for $2.50, like, you cannot go wrong with that. And the reason why I feel like these are crooked. I hate it when sunglasses are crooked. But I feel like that's just one of those things that happens in life. So this is the same pair in black, and it kind of has almost looks like a purple, you know what I mean, kind of radiance to it. So black, and then brown. I think I like this pair better. What I really like about these pair in particular, both of these, is have you guys ever seen the movie Casino with Robert De Niro and Sharon Stone? I just saw that movie. It was made in like the 80s or whatever, and I just saw it for the first time maybe about a year ago, give or take, maybe not quite a year ago, I don't know, but it's been a little while, but I saw it, and I love that movie. It's so gangster, like, it's just so gangster. Like, I think Robert De Niro's character, I think his character's name is Sam, I believe. Yeah, I should know this. I don't really re-watch movies that often. I don't watch movies that often. I would like to, but that's a whole nother story. But no, Robert De Niro. But I've rewatched Casino when I've had the chance to rewatch it, just because I just love the ambiance of that film. It's just so cool. And like, I don't even gamble or anything like that, but like, maybe I'm a poser or something, I don't know. But like, Robert De Niro's character Sam and Sharon Stone's character Ginger, and there's other characters in there as well, obviously. They're so cool, and it's just so gangster, honestly. And ever since I saw the movie, I'm like, I need a pair of sunglasses that makes me feel like Casino. Like, if Robert De Niro had a son in that movie, maybe he did have a son in that movie, I don't know, but like, I would want to. And this just is so, to me, reminiscent of the movie Casino, and I absolutely love these sunglasses. Like, they look kind of old manish, but in a very on fleek kind of way. Like, I just am very loving them so much. They have kind of like a groove detail at the top, and yeah, Walmart, $2.50 each. So what is that, $5 for both of them? That's so cool. And then this is another pair that I got from H&M. And actually, I got these from the H&M outlet, but I think they have the same things in stores. When I saw these, I thought of the movie Casino, and that's kind of what, I don't even know if Robert De Niro even had a similar pair of sunglasses. It's just in my mind, it, made me think of Casino. So these ones are kind of mirrored, but not that mirrored. You can see my background, so embarrassing. But I do like these. I do enjoy these. They're just, I'd probably gravitate more towards my other pairs of sunglasses now, but I still like these though. Okay. And then these are from, these are either from, I think they're from H&M. They're either from H&M or a store called Rue 21. These won't look, they're so chewed on and so bent. These are old, like these I've had for a while. I had these before I was, like, right now I'm really into sunglasses. I love sunglasses. Like, I would kind of consider myself a sunglass collector, kind of, sort of. These are just like your traditional aviators. I just feel like a cop pulling you over on the side of the road, like, so cool, right? I like these because they are mirrored. they have the mirrored lenses, and I mean, you can still see through a little, but I just really like that. And they're thin, like I said. Although I've like chewed on them and like see how, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but like this is uneven. They still lay pretty even. Like I can feel like they're pretty even. I'm probably gonna watch this video back and be like, yeah, they were crooked. But you know, when you're wearing sunglasses and you can tell when they're crooked, and then when they're even, you don't think about it. But I feel like these are pretty even, and I like these. They're just, you know, your traditional aviators. And then I have the same pair in gold, which I'm gonna put these on. This pair's kind of hard to put on though, because I used to chew the ends of my sunglasses horribly. So as you can see, you know, that's pretty much all chewed off. Like I would just sit there and chew on them like a dog. Like, how pathetic, right? So they kind of hurt when I put them on. Like they get stuck in my hair. Like, so it's hard for me to put them on because it catches onto my hair, and then when I take them off, it like pulls on my hair. But I like these. I like the color. Growing up, I always was into, like, as far as colors go, I was always into more like black and white, maybe like cooler toned colors, or like if I had to choose silver or gold, I would choose silver. So like right now, I mean, I still love like silver, obviously, and like cool tones. But like right now, I really like these warm tones right now. So just, you know, gold. They're the same thing. I just feel like a cop pulling you over. So yeah, it's just they get stuck in my hair when I wear them. So I don't wear them that much out of just discomfort. And then I always put sunglasses. Ow, that didn't hurt that bad. That was a little dramatic. I always put sunglasses on the top of my head like this sometimes when I'm not wearing them, and so these ones just, you know, they get stuck. So I don't wear these ones that often because of that. And the last pair that I have to show you guys, guess where they're from? H&M, right? Surprise, surprise. You can see that. You're probably like, why are you showing me the inside rim? It's because it says H&M. Do I have a paper towel? These I would wear. These are probably, since I've had these for a long time, I've worn these the most. And they feel like they remind me of, like Ray-Ban has a pair of sunglasses similar to this, and it kind of has the, like the tortoise shell colored, you know, like on it. I mean, it's just plastic, obviously. Usually when it comes to sunglasses, I'm not into like the tortoise shell. I like the more just, you know, like solid black or whatnot, or, you know, brown or whatever it is. But yeah, so as you can see on the sides, has the tortoise shell detail, and I like these. They also remind me, well, at the time when I bought them, they reminded me of, have you guys ever heard of the designer brand Shanghai Tang? I think it is. This vlogger who I watch a lot, like about a year ago or so, she had mentioned something about the brand Shanghai Tang, and I mean, these remind me more of the Ray-Bans than anything else. The more I like got familiar with the sunglasses trends. I'm not like an expert or anything like that. I'm a person who is interested in sunglasses. But anyway, like she was talking, the YouTuber I'm referring to is HRH Collection. Like, I just think she's so cool. Like, I love her style, and I've been watching her for probably, it's been like about over a year now. But anyway, she had mentioned the brand Shanghai Tang, and so when I saw these at H&M, they just kind of reminded me of the Shanghai Tang sunglasses. In my mind, at least, if someone were to look at Shanghai Tang and look at these, you're like, you might be like, Sam, really? But in my mind, they did. So I like these a lot. They're just like very cool. I feel like they're very, I don't like the word trendy because I feel like that sounds so dorky, but they're very just like, you know, trendy, like fleeky. I feel like Regina's mom whenever I say that. I'm like, Samuel, really? Like, you're so pathetic. No, for, like 2016 or whatever we're in. I bought these probably in 2015. But anyway, so that is all of these sunglasses that I currently own. I might have had another pair, but I just threw away because I think I was really mad, and they got just too jankety, like too uneven, and I couldn't fix them. They were a pair similar to this, but, so they wasn't like anything expensive. But I would say out of every single pair of sunglasses that I own, currently this is my absolute favorite. They're just, I think I mentioned this already, but they just remind me of the black Acne sunglasses. Just very like Instagram celebrity. I know that's like such a loser thing to say, but I love these. I just feel so Hollywood when I wear these. Especially like with a hat like this, like a trucker hat, like, I know I'm such a dork, right? Like, but I feel like Kid Rock or something. Like, I absolutely love it. And then, so this is my favorite pair that I own. And my second favorite pair are these. In this color, I like this color, I think, better than I like the black. But I like this brown. I just feel like it's very like vintage 1970s cop kind of sort of Robert De Niro in Casino inspired. And I just love these. I feel so gangster too, like when I wear these, like I'm from the 70s, but in such like a cool way. Anyway, all right, well, thank you guys so much for watching. Did you have a favorite pair of mine? I'm just curious. I just like looking at them. Anyway, all right, so hopefully soon I can get another pair of designer sunglasses that I can add to my collection, so that way I can at least have one designer pair. It would be nice if I could find my Dior sunglasses, but I don't even like hold on to the hope of finding them anymore. They're gone, they're just, I remember the day that when I lost them, I was rushing and I was connecting with an old friend who I hadn't talked to, who was a good one. It's pathetic, like I was probably better friends with them than they were with me. It's like someone who was older. This is like years back when I was like 16 or whatever. But it was like when I was like 16, 17, I had this friend who, they were like in their 20s, and when you're like 16, 17 years old, someone in their 20s just seems like so grown up. And I like reconnected with this person on Facebook on this particular certain day, and it was raining out, and I took off work early, and I was kind of running in and out of a couple stores, and one store that I went through the drive-through, and it's just like I'm rushing and I'm trying to respond to this person, but I don't want them to think I'm ignoring them, and I'm trying to do my stuff so I can connect with them. And I was rushing that day, and it was raining, and I was excited to reconnect, but there's just a lot going on, and that was the day that I lost my Dior aviator sunglasses. But anyway, all right, so thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video.